quick apartment tour I did the day we moved in. This is our dining room, which we're gonna put also like a record display area and hang out. This is our master bedroom. All the little nicks and paint splotches and things on the walls have since been taken care of. This is our bedroom. I'm so excited. Look at all of the natural light and this gorgeous fireplace and the hardwood floors. This is the witchy room slash where my altar is going to be, and dual office slash guest room. And then it walks right out into the dining room again. And I love the French doors. That is our formal like living room, or just living room. Bay window, and again, so much natural light, and the floors. That's also the second fireplace right there with the sconces. And then you will be led into the hallway, into the kitchen, which is the room that needs the most work, but they have also since repainted all of the walls, and we're going to be doing some DIY renter-friendly projects, which I can't wait to tell you guys about.
We got our mattress!
Something about finally having some of your stuff in your space makes such a difference. We've been living in this sort of liminal time frame for so long in other people's houses, in an empty house. This is temporary, although this was left from the previous tenant for us, and it is such a gorgeous piece, but it is a little bit loose. I think my solution for this is I'm gonna put a really heavy plant on it. And so all of this on here is kind of temporary. But these paintings that I have that I bought at TJ Maxx recently, we're gonna put them up on the walls in the hallway and things like that. These are gonna be covered in photos from family and prints. And I would love something here to like put our keys up and a mirror or something. This record area, we're gonna get an actual record table, whatever you call it, like a display. But how cool is that butterfly print that we found at TJ Maxx? And then we got all our records here. This dining room table is actually another gift from the previous tenant, which we will absolutely be using, and we're gonna get some really cool chairs for it. Again, think velvet, you know, pinched curtains and lots of artwork on the walls, possibly painting this someday. I don't know. I am showing you guys this at night, but it's not my fault that the sun goes down at like 4 now. We need to do laundry, but our bed frame is finally up. This like gorgeous rich wood. It's so pretty and exactly what we were looking for. The only issue is when we initially had it up against here, there was so much space between the bed frame and the wall, and that would have caused us to have to get like pieces to keep, you know, behind the headboard and up to the wall to maintain like, so it wouldn't wobble and everything. And that was just such a pain in the ass that we decided, you know what, putting it up against these little windows and how it juts out here actually saves us a lot of grief and works. This is like a gorgeous duvet I got on Amazon. It's so warm and fluffy. We're gonna get a throw blanket and throw pillows and deck it out with all the cozy vibes, and then get some really pretty drapey curtains here and some artwork. This chest was sold to us by our landlord. It's one of my favorite things that we have. I can't believe we got this. He sold it to us for such a deal too, and there's so much storage we could put in here. And then I got this mirror at Target, yeah, and it's great. It does the job. I've always wanted something sort of like big in this style. And then our fireplace, I'm going to put that up on the wall, and then there's just gonna be like candles everywhere, and it's gonna be cool. We're gonna put some Christmas lights on this and on the one in the living room. And then that's the witchy room, which is just being used right now as storage. So it's an absolute nightmare. But yeah, I wish you guys could see better, but this hutch was left behind. It needs to be pieced together, and I want to paint it black and turn it into sort of like an Outlander-esque Claire Fraser apothecary with my herbs and my books and everything. So stick around for that project, because after we finish the living room, or at least piece together the rug and the couch and everything, that's the next thing I want to do, plus paint the kitchen. We did get finally our TV stand and our TV. We have this gorgeous like Oriental style rug coming in. We've got this gorgeous hunter green couch. Just gonna go here next to the fireplace, and we have this armchair and ottoman. It's all gonna come together on Wednesday, but I just wanted you guys to see the vision, because this is what it looks like now. And they repainted all of these walls for us, but we are gonna be painting that one, which I'm really excited about. But it's so nice to see some of our little like trinkets up again, you know? I've got my sage bundle, our Polaroid album, and like books and little things. For $2,500 a month in Salem, by the wharf, the ocean, Salem Common, downtown. Like I actually cannot believe I'm standing in this and it's ours. I just put up this little curtain and I thought it was cute that those match with the flowers on that rug too. I like this bathroom. It's so happy in here. My last video, I did the whole, you know, no altar, no problem, but now it's really fucking cold out. But I'm still doing my daily oracle readings. I did a lot of manifesting for the new year, but in like, what is this hair doing? I did the 13 wishes ritual this year, and that was really powerful. My 13th wish that I pulled for the year to really work on was self-love, self-nurturing. And that made a lot of sense, because I've been really not feeling good about myself. Again, I said that in the last video. I feel like I'm sounding like a broken record, but like that was my fucking shoulder sounding like a broken record. Yeah, I don't know. Just haven't been feeling myself. They call it the winter uglies, the winter blues. I just don't feel like me. I feel like I really thrive in the fall and the summer with some sun and sun, you know. Obviously we're in a winter climate now, and I have to readjust. And also, I don't know, just been eating a lot of crap, not taking great care of my body. Something I really want to do though is there's this like sexy dance studio that's all about like female empowerment, and there's heels classes and hip hop and body worship classes and everything. I really want to do that, so I'm going to do that on Wednesday and start prioritizing my fitness again and like my health. That was big on my list, but not in like a super intense way, more just like gradual, pouring back into my own cup, you know? So I can't wait to show more of Salem life with you guys, but right now we're still focused so much on like getting settled into our place, and I just fully like actually started going to work, which is really cool. I just want to slowly find my routine again in this new life and in this new house, which I'm obsessed with. I can't believe we live here. It is so magical, and every time I hear myself walk on the hardwood floors, I mean, you guys know if you've been watching me for a long time how much I was ready to be in this exact situation. And I was thinking about all the things that I actually manifested, and I can't believe this is where I am. But I want to show you guys a little bit more about what I mean. Okay, we're gonna get really, really intimate right now in my bed together. Get cozy, guys. Get tea, cozy blanket, lay down with me, and let's talk about manifestation and the power of intentional practice and asking for the things that you want, or believing that you already have them. Because I was revisiting my journal the other night, or last night rather, and yes, my glasses are very crooked. Just don't pay attention to that. I was thinking about where I was at, because obviously new year, you want to start thinking about the things that you want to believe you already have, or setting intentions for the new year and kind of what you want to work on in 2026, or at least that's what I like to do. It's a fun process for me. And as I was doing that, I wanted to revisit where I was at the beginning of last year. As I was looking through it, I was all the way in like February and April. I wrote, light floods into our room, which this room is surrounded by, it's 3 giant windows, and in the morning it's gorgeous, and there's windows throughout this entire house, so you can see outside into Salem and into the nature and everything. Light floods into our room. A breeze brushes my cheek as the smell of flowers and leaves fills our room. I'm excited to start my day. My mornings are calm and slow, easy, blah, blah. I love my home. It's serene and feels like me. At work, I'm greeted by friendly faces, which I am. I love everybody I work with and work well with at the office. At this point, I didn't think I would even have a job, let alone an office. The atmosphere is serene, and I have my own little office, which is really cute. I feel appreciated, a part of something I do. The work I do comes so easily and my talents really shine. I'm highly respected and paid highly for my expertise. And I can proudly say that this is the first job I've had in a long time where I feel like that's true. Like my worth is being appreciated. Like I have value, like I'm, stable. And roll the clip of me saying, what was it, in like June, that all I wanted was stability. I feel like we've reached kind of a dead stop in our lives and we're not really sure what specifically is going on. Like I'm having a really difficult time getting like a full-time position in my career. Money isn't adding up. A lot of doors closing. Mentally, we've both been struggling a little bit and honestly feeling like a chapter is coming to a close for us. Not necessarily here, we don't know, but like that we need a change. Anyway, I walk on hardwood floors. That was something I really wanted. In my spacious apartment with a room for my witchy endeavors. We got that little guest room right there next to where I sleep. Can't wait to share more about how I'm going to turn that into a magical space with you guys. I have a patio and a balcony with enough space for outside time, yoga, and magical practices, and I love it here. All of that came true. So crazy. We are financially stable and able to save, which we are for the first time in a long time. And I finally have enough to prioritize going to dance classes again, my skincare. I just went to a dermatologist finally and bought the skincare, this skincare line that's like everything I need for my rosacea. It was just something that I've had on my list for so long that I couldn't do. It's just so wild. And that was when my life was at its lowest that I started talking about wanting these things. Like literally the next entry, I'm begging for please send me a win, an aligned opportunity that gives our life new purpose, meaning, and financial stability and freedom. And that was before I got this job that I have now. It's just so incredible to look back at the magic that we do for ourselves and our manifestations and then see how life rewards us when you put in the work, but you also believe and you nurture yourself and all those things. I'm just feeling very, very grateful. We're making progress, guys. Look at this rug. The sconces need to be fixed and there's going to be a mirror and everything here, like I mentioned, but we finally got our rug. It pieces this whole room together. I love it so much. Got it from Amazon as a gift from my mother-in-law. Look. I'm going to get new throw pillows because these came with the couch. I'm going to get new covers for those, and I'm just so in love with this. It's so pretty. And then here's this angle. It's so cozy. And remember, we're gonna get the velvet curtains and paint this wall. So get a bookshelf, make this a reading nook. What do you think? Of this video, this first week living in Salem and going to work and adjusting. I can honestly say it's already been such an adventure, full of highs, full of lows. Some of the highs being that we live in this incredible town that I've always loved and that we have so many incredible memories in. Our house, you know, settling in. Some of the lows being the commute to work and kind of navigating that, and the winter, which I already expressed to you guys has been an adjustment. But overall, as you've seen, I am so excited to share more of this adventure with you guys, fill our home with the magic that we brought to LA, but in a new way, you know, start over fresh for the new year and start with a clean slate and see what this brings, and also to fall in love with Salem again, but with new, fresh eyes 10 years later, basically, you know, because I went to school here in 2014 through 2017. It's been a whole new life since then, and I just wonder what will open up for us here now. But I also wanted to say to you guys, I know my channel has been kind of taking a little bit of a different direction with filming so much of this move, and that wasn't planned. It's just kind of where life led me. As you guys know, if you've been following since the beginning, I went through a really difficult year and a lot of struggle and turmoil and just feeling roadblocked. And I wanted to return home to my roots, you know, where we're closer to family and to the place that really started it all, I guess. And not just Salem specifically, but being, you know, back in Massachusetts where we grew up. So I hope that this content is enjoyable for you. Maybe you're new here. I do make a lot of also content about my magical practice and my art and creative expression and just mental health. So if you're here for the witchy stuff and this feels like a departure, I'm sorry. I know it's maybe not what you signed up for, but I promise you there will be more of that coming. I mean, being in Salem, it's rich with that magic, and I want to really turn that guest room into a witchy space for me to share with you guys, you know, how I'm going to set up a new altar and what that's going to look like, and maybe I'll make witchy connections out here. And my oracle deck that I finished, it's done. I want to print it and see if I can distribute it into local shops. Like, there's so much I want to share with you, but I also wanted to open the floor at the end here, since this is a new year. Maybe you've been here for a long time, maybe you're new. What kind of content do you want to see from me in 2026? Like, are there specific types of videos that you guys would like to see? I would love to hear from you. What's missing? What you're liking? What you would hope to see? So yeah, please let me know. And thank you for coming along with me for this adventure since day one. If you've been here since the beginning, you know it's been a long time coming. So until next time, I hope you guys are all having a great start to your 2026, and thanks for being here. Bye.